A line from the Kingdom Hearts 3 Secret Report states that one of the 5 Union leaders in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross is to be the next person after Luxu to be bequeathed the no-name Keyblade. The passage states this: "I have seen it through. The Keyblade War unfolded exactly as written on the lost page. Now the Keyblade the Master entrusted to me must be bequeathed to another. 5 Union leaders have been chosen from the surviving dandelions. I will pass the Keyblade to one of them, and then continue watching the future unfold." With this information in mind, and since Union Cross is still very much so ongoing, I wanted to discuss who might be the one to receive said Keyblade. We are currently in what seems to be the climax of the story arc. Brain just figured out Trelitzia was supposed to be a Union leader, and they know now who isn't on the list. Additionally, Maleficent is in Daybreak Town, and the quote darkness being is trying to help Maleficent return to her own time. On top of all this, they are dealing with the data world seemingly falling apart. It's complete chaos as of right now, and we haven't even seen the full extent of what's going on yet. Amid the chaos, actually, that's when Luxu said he would be passing down his Keyblade. Interesting. So that must mean this is going to happen pretty soon. I don't know how soon though. Union Cross's soon tends to be a long time considering our minimal story updates. Though let's have a crack at this topic and see who it is before everything unfolds. Who would Luxu see as a potential wielder of the no-name Keyblade? Is it Ephemer? Is it Scold? Is it Ventus? Nah. Or could it be Brain or Laurium? Well, questions we haven't quite had answered yet is who the imposter among the Union leaders is. That would definitely shake things up quite a bit. Although the Master didn't choose the imposter, it seems like the imposter is indeed part of the Master's plans. So with that being said, is it possible that whoever the imposter is the one to receive the Keyblade? I don't know. Regardless of who the imposter is though, let's go down the list and talk about the possibilities of each person getting the Keyblade from my perspective. Laurium. I literally see zero reason for him to get the no-name Keyblade. He doesn't have any super long history with Xehanort that we know about. Also, he seems to have enough going on as is, and I don't see him being the one to train a young Xehanort or Ericus. Which, based off of my logic, since we know Scarlet Kylum comes after the Daybreak Town world, it was built on top of it, you can kind of just figure that whoever is getting the Keyblade would probably be the one to train young Xehanort and Ericus in their time. But I think Laurium is easily the least likely out of all of the Union leaders. Next, we have Ventus. Now, I know everyone wants Ventus to do everything in Union Cross. They want him to be Darkness, they want him to have Vanitas involved in all this, they want him to be the killer, and people additionally want him to have the no-name Keyblade. People want Ventus to do everything. They want Ventus to be a one-man army. But I think Ventus is the second least likely, personally. Reason being, I just can't imagine him training Xehanort or Ericus either. Now, Ventus does have some sort of history with Master Xehanort, using Ventus as a way to create an incomplete Keyblade in Birth by Sleep, so that association at a minimum makes him more likely than Laurium in my opinion, especially since we don't have any idea as to how or when Master Xehanort came into contact with him. If Ventus wielded no name, it'd be in this weird story arc where Master Xehanort betrays his master or something and wipes his memory, which I don't fully see happening. I also think that if Ventus was the master to Xehanort and Ericus, Ericus likely would have recognized his own master, though maybe there is an argument out there that can lead to Ventus wielding no name. It just doesn't seem that likely to me. So moving on to the middle character, Scold, I don't know what to say about her. Like, I personally want Scold to wield the Keyblade. She is my pick. Like, she would be my favorite to wield the Keyblade because I want her to like have a way bigger role because I like the character a lot so far. It feels like Scold isn't doing too much in the current arc right now. She's not doing anything major to move the plot forward as she was in Key Browser or even a little bit in Unchained. She has a couple of scenes here and there, but I feel like she mostly has been neutral in every little story arc. Scold being the master of Xehanort and Ericus would be extremely interesting. though there's not much to go off of. Now, let's get to my two main picks. So I'm gonna kind of talk about like at the same time. Ephemer and Brain. Let's discuss Ephemer. He is so likely to get the Keyblade. I feel like based on implications from Luxu and the secret reports from Kingdom Hearts 3 that the person who first got the Keyblade was someone who wasn't necessarily devoted to darkness. Ephemer, I think, is a wielder who, no matter what, like Sora, is devoted to protecting the light and his friends. Additionally, in the secret reports for Kingdom Hearts 3, it says Ericus, who carries within him the blood of masters from the Age of Fairy Tales, which they expand upon in the Ultimania commentary when the developer says that according to director Tetsuya Nomura, these first masters are people in the dandelions who appear in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross and aren't related to the Master of Masters or foretellers who appear in back cover. So these have to be the Union leaders, which you can make an argument that either Xehanort or Ericus could be descendants of one of them. Xehanort, you can associate the white hair with Ephemer. With Brain, you can associate him with Ericus since they look very similar. Ephemer or Brain, I feel like, are the most likely. I barely think either of them are the imposters as well. Brain and Ephemer will likely play a important role in the world after this one, especially Brain being the one to have the Book of Prophecies and all and using it to guide the next world, which likely explains the coincidence of the chess pieces in those Scarlet Kylum cutscenes. Brain could be the most prominent figure in the next world line, and he doesn't necessarily need No Name to do that. However, if he did, I could see him training his descendant, being Ericus, and maybe Xehanort gets jealous because he feels like he isn't getting any special treatment, which prompts him to come into contact with a certain robed figure that we see in Remind. Though all that is very vague and pure assumptions, and I'm getting too ahead of myself. That's just a route I can see them going. Honestly, my biggest point is that either of these two could wield the Keyblade. I think these two are the most likely, but if I absolutely had to pick one to get it, it'd be Ephemer. It seems like he has the most weight on him right now, but I truly do think he'll overcome it and lead him and the other Union leaders to safety. Amidst all this, I think Ephemer will be bequeathed No Name, though maybe he won't want to use the Keyblade or think it's too sudden, maybe being a reason why he simply puts the Keyblade up for display in the chess room. I don't really know, but I think Ephemer will get the Keyblade, and if not him, Brain. Though to be honest, I think it is possible for all of them to get it except for Laurium. I don't think Ephemer or Brain are too devoted to darkness and will do anything crazy with the Keyblade until they give it or put it in front of a little boy named Xehanort. If you enjoyed the speculation video, however, consider leaving a like, share the video with a friend or a family member, or doing both, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the Union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.